It's definitely well.
Because my sister from the gym. Remember that before you perfect.
Thank you. I'm gonna put the I can actually sleep now and not have like anxiety.
Thank you.
They give you an appointment that you can't, you got to know. I need to pay it. First down. That's the head.
That's why I used it.
I did it.
It's gotta go to 11.
First quarter, second quarter, third.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I do it all day. I see the look in your face.
Oh, what?
I got you. I got you. I got you.
Oh, yes.
Can everybody hear me okay?
What?
I make sure, yep. Is mic on? Nope. Go ahead now. Oh, there's that. Yeah. I'm sorry. That's a very good. Good morning. Morning to the trespass appeal hearings. My name is Michael Brooks. I'll be the hearing officer this afternoon, this morning, which is May 27th. We're starting at 11:17 this morning, and we're here today to hear an appeal on a matter of a trespass warning or warnings issued by the city of Tampa on or about February 25th, 2026. At this hearing, the city will present evidence concerning the issuance of the trespass to myself. The city will bear the burden of proof in this case for demonstrating that the evidence of the trespass warning was properly issued, and that is the matter before me today. Formal rules of evidence shall not apply, although fundamental due process, of course, governs this proceeding. The person issued a trespass warning shall have the opportunity to present evidence and testimony relevant to the issues, cross-examine witnesses, and shall have the right to be represented by counsel. The hearing officer may consider testimony, documentation, video, photographic evidence, law enforcement records, department records, etc., items of those type in making my decision. A person issued a trespass warning is responsible for preserving the record of the appeal hearing and may have a court reporter present at his or her own expense. This hearing is designed to review the facts of the case and provide an opportunity for the appellants to be heard in a meaningful manner. I hope that this hearing will be respectful and orderly, and that we won't have any disruptive behavior that will disturb the decorum of this room. So at this time, Mr. McAllister, would you like to make a presentation?
Yes, thank you, Officer Brooks. Ian McAllister on behalf of the city of Tampa. Just as a matter of preliminary issues, there are 3 total trespass warnings that were issued in this case. They all derive from the same facts and circumstances, same incident, so the city's just going to go ahead and handle them all at the same time. That said, Officer Brooks, the city will call Corporal Jessica Hollis. Officer Brooks, is she okay, the witness standing right there? Would you prefer someone else?
That's perfectly fine.
Thank you. Corporal, good morning.
Alright.
Thank you for being with us.
Yes, sir.
Can you please state your name and where you're currently employed?
Corporal Jessica Hollis, Tampa Police Department.
And can you explain briefly, please, your duties and responsibilities as a corporal with the Tampa Police Department?
So on that particular day, I was acting sergeant. My sergeant was off, and when my sergeant was off, then I acted as sergeant. So I was supervisor for Sector D in District 2.
And when you say that particular day, you mean February 25th of this year, 2026?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been with the Tampa Police Department?
10 years.
And any law enforcement experience prior to TPD?
15 years at Pasco County Sheriff's Office, and 4 years military police in the U.S. Army.
Okay. On the 25th of February, were you assigned a specific area of the city?
Yes, sir.
What area was that?
It's Sector D, District 2.
Does that sector district include the location at 2555 East Hannah Avenue in the city of Tampa?
Yes, it does.
And is that building more commonly known as the Hannah City Center? Excuse me.
Yes, it is.
Is that building located within the city limits of Tampa Bay?
Yes, it is.
Does your position with TPD take you to the Hannah City Center on a regular basis?
No, I go there because it has a parking garage that I'm able to get shade in, but no, I personally don't have to go there too often.
Let me ask you a better question. Are you familiar with the building located?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the Hannah City Center, you're familiar
Yes.
with? Okay. How many times would you say you've been there?
Probably 50 to 100.
Corporal, is the Hannah City Center a city office building?
Yes, it is.
Is it owned, operated, and maintained by the city of Tampa?
Yes, sir.
Is the workplace for some city employees?
Yes.
Okay, do you know how many, or approximately how many city employees work at the Hannah City Center?
At any given time, there's 500 to 570 employees on site.
And can you just give the hearing officer kind of a brief description of the physical layout of the building?
So the Hannah City Center is a 3-story building, and the bottom story is where the security guards are. They have T&I, and they have like a carry TC, which is like a doctor's office. And then the other level, they have permitting, which is open to the public, but they have some areas that aren't open to the public, like their 411 station, their water department. And same with the 3rd floor, you have your code enforcement, which is open to the public, but you have other areas like wastewater and logistics that are not open to the public.
Okay, thank you, Corporal. You answered some of my next question for you, but I'm just going to go ahead and ask you anyway to make sure the record is clear. Not all areas of the Hannah City Center are accessible by the public at all times for any reason. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Is it fair to say that visitors without an appointment can't just walk into some of the areas of the Hannah City Center?
Yes, sir.
The city employees that work at the Hannah City Center, are they responsible for providing public services as a part of their job description?
Yes, sir.
Do you know if visitors are required to sign in when they enter?
Yes, they are.
Are there signs directing visitors to sign in?
Yes, when you walk in, the first sign that you see is asking for you to sign in the front desk.
Are there also signs saying what areas are off limits to non-employees?
Yes, they have signs throughout the building that say which areas are off limits to the public.
Okay. Corporal, again, we touched on this, but were you on duty February 25th of this year at approximately 1 p.m.?
Yes, sir.
And did you respond to the Hannah City Center?
Yes, I did.
Okay. When you arrived, did you make contact? Well, let me ask you this. Why did you respond to the Hannah City Center at that time?
For report of subjects trespassing.
Okay, when you arrived, did you make contact with security that was working in Hannah City Center?
Yes, I did.
And why does Hannah City Center employ security?
To keep their employees and the citizens that are in the building safe.
Okay, security, how is it dressed? Can you just give a brief description?
They wear a uniform. I know they have a patch. I'm not sure which company it is off the top of my head, but they do have security and badges and things like that. They have radios.
Is it your understanding that security at Hannah City Center can trespass people from the building?
Yes, sir.
And when you arrived on February 25th at approximately 1 p.m., what did security tell you what was going on? What was going on?
That there were 3 subjects who refused to sign in. They were filming. They were walking around the building. They were making employees uncomfortable.
Do you have any idea how long those individuals were at Hannah City Center before you arrived?
I don't know.
And were you advised that the respondents at issue were being disruptive at the City Center?
Yes, I was.
Corporal, I'm going to show you what I'm going to mark right now is City's Exhibit number 1. Corporal, do you recognize this still frame?
Yes, sir.
That's taken directly from your body worn camera, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Fair and accurate representation of your observations at the Hannah City Center on February 25th of this year when you responded?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The individuals that are depicted in here on this exhibit, City Exhibit number 1, are they the individuals that you were called to address?
Yes, sir.
Did you notice whether they had any visitors badges on or anything like that?
They did not.
Okay. When you made contact with these individuals, did they explain their purpose for being there?
They were there to make records.
Okay. And did they elaborate on what records they were there to request?
I believe it was code enforcement.
Okay. After they requested the code enforcement records, how did things proceed from there?
They wanted a copy of a book that was behind security's desk.
Okay. A signed book?
No, it was a book that had people who had been trespassing.
Okay. How would you respond to that request?
I first looked at the book to make sure that there wasn't anything that had compromising identity information, because I'm not allowed to give that out without it being redacted.
Okay. Were you able to get their contact information so you could send them the appropriate information containing the records that they were requesting?
I was given an email
Okay. By the individuals depicted in the photo here?
by one of them, yes, sir.
Okay. How much time did you spend with these individuals when you first arrived?
Overall, it was at least 45 minutes, I'm not sure the exact time.
Okay, did you talk to them during that time to make sure all of their concerns were addressed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did one of them actually ask to use the bathroom and look at the artwork at the building when you were making contact with them?
Yes.
Okay, did you allow that to happen? Did that actually
I did.
occur? Okay. Okay. After they explained to you the purpose for being there and you received their contact information and assured them that someone from the city would be following up with their request, can you explain what happened?
After I concluded that all of their official business was done in the building, they exited the building.
Okay, so you asked them about their official business, they told you it concluded, and then they left,
Yes, sir.
correct? Okay. At that point, how would you describe everyone's demeanor?
Their demeanor?
Yeah, everyone's demeanor. Yours, theirs,
They were fine. They were calm, yes, sir.
and once they left, can you explain what happened?
They stood outside of the building for a little bit, and maybe 5 minutes, and then they came back in.
Okay, when they came back in, what happened at that point?
Well, we had already decided that their official business was done, and if they came back in, they would be trespassed. So when they entered again, I explained it to the person when they were being trespassed.
Okay, showing you what I'm going to mark, as cities 2, 3, and 4. So we take a look at those for me. You recognize those?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Those are the trespass warnings that were issued as a result of the individual's actions on February 25th.
Right.
Officer Brooks, can I have 1 moment to confirm?
Sure.
Corporal, just briefly, the individuals depicted in cities number 1, those are the individuals issued trespass warnings, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And all of those individuals were equipped with recording devices, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you just explain to the officer, the hearing officer, who was issued the trespass warnings, please?
All three of the subjects, would you like me to read their names?
Please.
Joseph Palmer, unidentified subject, and Warren Sapps.
And Corporal, last question, is this the corresponding police report that has embedded in it the trespass warnings that you just identified?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Corporal. Officer Brooks, I don't have any further questions for this witness at this time.
Are there other witnesses?
No, officer, thank you.
So with that, this time, does the appellate want to make a presentation?
Yes.
And I think there are three of you, or are you representing all three?
No, sir, I'm representing Mr. Warren Sapp. I'll appreciate if the tribunal let me go first.
Just introduce yourself for the record.
Of course. Attorney Brandon Leach with the Leach Law Firm, on behalf of Appellant Warren Sapp.
I would like to, cross-examine the previous witness. I'm not sure if you want to come back up here and stand here, okay? Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, you said your name, Corporal Hollis, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Corporal Hollis, you said that you had experience with the Tampa Police Department for how many years? I think you missed that.
10 years.
10 years, okay. Prior to that, you were with the Sheriff's Office in Pasco?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you had work experience as well prior to that in the military police?
Yes, sir.
What branch were you?
Army.
The Army. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir.
Now, you stated that you were called out to the Hannah City Center around about 2 o'clock that afternoon?
1 or 2.
1 or 2 o'clock, okay. And when you arrived there, were you the only law enforcement officer at that time?
No, sir.
No, sir, okay. Were you there with several other officers?
2 of my subordinates arrived there before me.
Okay.
Called them.
Cool. And you said that you are a corporal, but that they were acting as sergeant.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And typically you stated that although you've been to the Hannah City Center 50 to 100 something times like that, typically you're there to use the garage to get shade, not necessarily going inside the city center.
Correct.
Okay. You also noted that it's a 3-story building.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you noted that you went in and observed Mr. Sapps and the 2 other gentlemen he was with on the 2nd floor.
No, sir. First floor.
First floor, okay, first floor. Understood. And when you responded, you stated that you were aware of some signage that was in that building.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But you didn't observe that signage that day on the 2nd and 3rd floor?
No, there were signs there.
Well, I'm asking, did you observe it that day on the 2nd and 3rd floor?
I did.
Okay. Was that before or after you engaged the 3 people that were later trespassed?
I went upstairs and I saw signs there. So I initially engaged downstairs. They'd gone upstairs. I went upstairs. I saw signs upstairs.
So you went upstairs with them?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, were you aware that there was an issue with the signage and whether or not it had been posted at the time? Or was properly posted at that time?
I am aware of that.
Okay. And can you explain what the issue was? Let me ask that another way. You're aware there was an issue whether the signs were posted or not. So you are aware that these gentlemen were not aware of the signage at that time?
At one particular area, yes, sir.
Okay. And you stated as well, so you said one particular area. Let me focus on that.
Okay.
So the signs were, or where it was at one particular area?
It is a conference room where they were holding a retirement party.
Okay. And then you also stated that there were parts of the building that were public access, and there were parts that were restricted. You named several departments that were, I guess, restricted departments. Can you specify which of those were restricted?
Yes, so, when you're on the first floor, you have carry, TC, you have T&I, those are not areas for citizens, those are restricted, they have key cards that you need to get in those doors. When you go to the second floor, they have, water, they have, I have a whole list of it, I can tell you that permits is on the second floor, everything else that's up there is not access to public, unless a conference room is having a special function where citizens are coming in. But they have wastewater over there, they have logistics, they have a place called human rights in there, they have, code enforcement. It's on the different floors. There's two areas there's one on the second floor and one on the third floor that public is allowed to go to.
That is allowed to go?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so, and I hear you stated that something about the key cards. Is it possible, for one to get in these restricted areas that require key card access without a key card?
If the door is left open, for example, there's a room called the 411 room, which is not open to citizens, but because it has technology, it gets very hot in that room. So they leave the door open. So I spoke with them after the fact about maybe putting a sign, one of their signs that they have there, just to stop access from certain people.
Gotcha. And was any of these areas at issue during this, trespass here?
The conference room where they had the retirement party, initially the sign was not directly in the center, it was off to the side. So once I got there, the sign had been moved to the center, and security told me that it had been moved to the center. So they were forthcoming with that information.
So, I guess what I'm saying is it correct that on this date and at this incident we're speaking of now, that these three gentlemen could not have been aware of any limited access in this area due to that sign not being present?
I can't speak for them.
Okay, I'll phrase that another way. Is it true that at this time, that sign wasn't present when they were in the building?
To my knowledge, I wasn't there when they were there prior to me being there. So when I was there, the sign was there, security told me that it wasn't when they were there, but I wasn't there for that part of it, so I can't confirm it.
Understood. Now you said that, the security officers wear a uniform, right?
Yes, sir.
Is it similar to the gentleman downstairs? I wanna see if I can jog your memory a little bit. You said you didn't know what company, but they worked for the security on this day was working for Allied Universal.
Yes, sir, I see it there now on that picture.
Okay, gotcha. And the gentleman downstairs has a similar, uniform on. Are you aware of the city's contract with Allied Universal to provide security services?
I am not.
Okay. Have you ever seen anyone other than an Allied Universal security person in a city building, like doing security work?
In a what building?
In a city, like government building.
The courthouse, Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office,
Well, those are county,
and then at some of the hospitals, we have police officers and deputies, but generally it'll be security.
Awesome. So, Allied Health employees like this gentleman here, Mr. Kraft, they're not city employees, is that correct?
I don't know.
Okay. Don't know, all right. Let's see. You stated, before that, well, you just said that you are not sure whether they are city employees, right?
Yes, sir.
I'll ask another question then. Are you aware if a non-city employee can issue a trespass warning?
If they're contracted by the city, I believe they could.
You believe?
They could. If they're contracted by the city to do that, then, and to act as a position of authority within a city building, that would give them the authority to issue trespass warnings, as it does in some of our other public buildings.
Do you know that based on what?
Based on dealing with them.
Okay, understood. Now, this steel frame here, right?
Yes, sir.
That's your hand, I guess.
It is.
All right, and can you let us know what's going on here in this steel frame?
I'm trying to find out what official business they have to take care of while they're there, so that I can make sure that they get what they need and they can leave.
Gotcha, okay. Now, normally speaking, does your job or any other city employee, like perhaps Mr. Kraft, I know you said you weren't sure if you were a city employee or not, but is there anyone's role in the city center to decide whether or not a patron or a citizen is completed with their city business?
I'm sorry, could you say that?
Of course.
Again?
I'll ask it in a different way.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Is it customary for a city employee or contractor to decide when someone has begun their city business?
It's customary to verify what their city business is, and so that's what I did, so that and then I asked them if they were completed with their city business.
Is it customary to ask if that completion is, made of the city business?
It is if the business that they're doing and the way that they're going about their business is creating concern for the people who are in there, and it's making them feel scared and uncomfortable when they work.
Now, who was it that expressed that they were scared?
So, a lot of expressions aren't necessarily verbal. Some of them are by hiding in their office. This is usually an area that is full of people walking around and doing things. It was a complete ghost town. We couldn't get anyone to answer the phones. We couldn't get anyone to come around the office. They were in lockdown, similar to what I experienced when I go into schools under lockdown. So they expressed it physically.
But no one
not verbally.
ever stated to you that they were scared or in fear, that there were any disturbance going on. No one verbally stated that to you.
No.
Okay. Did you respond? Let me preface this. You asked earlier, you stated earlier that you were given a records request and someone gave you an email
Yes, sir.
to give the records request to. And that was in regards to the trespass book that these people inquired about.
Correct.
Okay. And did you ever respond with a completed records request for that book?
I forwarded the records request to our legal department.
Okay. So do you know whether the legal department ever responded with that?
I do not.
Okay. And you stated that they asked you to see the artwork. Is that correct?
After they were completed with their business, they said, this gentleman here said, I am going to just get a drink of water and look at the artwork, or use the bathroom and look at the artwork, something to that effect.
Gotcha. Did you accompany him to do that?
I did not.
All right. And you stated that you decided that the business had concluded. How did you come to that conclusion?
I asked them. I verified before they concluded their business what they had to do, and then once it was completed, they said that was what they had to do, and two of them left. And he wanted to walk around and look at the paintings.
Gotcha. So the other two gentlemen at the end here, they left.
I believe so. Yeah, either left or went upstairs. I don't know. But they weren't in that immediate area.
You stated at some point that they went outside. Would that be all of them, or?
Yes.
Okay, so they all went outside the building.
Yes, sir.
You said you spoke with them outside the building.
Eventually, yeah.
Okay.
After I asked, they came back in the building, I asked them to leave, I exited with them.
Okay, so the second time you exited with them.
Yes, sir.
Okay, understood. Now, you said that in the interim, like in between them leaving the first time and then coming back, that I think your quote was, we already decided that if they came back, there was a trespass. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Now, who is we?
We is myself, the security guard, his boss, my captain, and our legal person.
All right, so yourself, the security, Mr. Kraft, his boss, so I'm assuming someone else with Allied Universal.
No, sir, somebody within the building. It was a city employee.
It was a city
It was a female, I don't remember her name.
Okay, so the female city employee, the name you do not remember, and your captain, I think you said?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and someone with the legal department, do you remember who that was with the legal department?
It's a female, I wanna say her name is Megan, I'm blanking on her last name.
Megan Newcomb.
Thank you, yes,
All
sir.
right, so the city attorney.
Yes,
So
sir.
everyone had this powwow, right? Now, at that time in the powwow, it was decided that they come back in the building, they'll be trespassing.
Correct.
Okay, understood. Now, my question then becomes this. You stated earlier that you were unsure whether or not Mr. Kraft was a city employee. You just stated that his supervisor was someone who was with the city, or some sort of city employee from that building. I guess I'm trying to figure out here, if he isn't a city employee, or if he is a city employee, let's ask it like this. If he is a city employee, why is he wearing an Ally Universal, which is a known security company uniform?
Well, you can be contracted by the city to do work. So this companies like Tico, they're not city employees, but they're contracted by the city to do work, and they can act as an authority if it's one of their buildings.
Okay, and so I understand this a little bit. We were gonna go back to, the trespass notices, I believe, or it was, the exhibit that was previously, are they both still here? Sure. Thank you. I wanna go specifically to this one. Trespass one. And were these completed by yourself?
No, they were completed by my sworn.
Okay, gotcha. And did you have any role in completing it?
I'm not sure, I might have signed one of them, I might have signed them to get them going.
Gotcha. Let's go with this one then. This is Sapps. All right, so I'll make sure I can see it. Name of officer, that's what I'm looking for. All right, so as you can see, that's the city of Tampa's trespass form. It's TPD form 709, and the officer issuing the warning here is M. Fleming, is that how you say that? Fleming. And what does the M stand for?
Michael?
Michael, okay. So is this one of your subordinates you were speaking of?
It was, yes.
Okay. And you assisted him, as you just stated, in completing this form?
Right.
Okay. We're gonna break this down, I guess, top to bottom, if you will. The date obviously was 25th of February, and at that time, forgive me, I'm horrible with the military concept. That's 1:38 p.m. I believe.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, this was issued to Mr. Sapps, and you have the ID number on it. Is that some internal number, or how does that get determined?
Each officer has a employee number and a badge number, so that's why you see employee and badge.
Okay, gotcha. So that's not your badge number then?
No?
All right. You know, I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. We did all this, is it necessary, that she be under oath here?
Mr. McAllister?
The city does not object to putting witnesses under oath, but is prepared to accept the testimony thus far, as it were.
Please, accept that testimony.
Just for purposes of the record, are there going to be other speakers today? You're an attorney, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, I see one more.
Bill, raise your hand.
So anyone who's going to speak, could you please stand and raise your right hand? You're not the vote. I can't administer the oath.
Mr. Clerk.
Appreciate that, counsel.
When anybody who's going to testify, please raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in these proceedings here today?
I do.
I do.
And just again, for the record, Officer Hollis, everything you've said up to this point, is the truth and is accurate.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay.
Thank you for that. I would apologize for missing that myself. As I was going, trying to get my place back here. Okay, we're going through this top and bottom.
The employee name and badge number.
Got you. So that is not your badge number or employee
No,
number?
sir.
Okay. And that identifies, Mr. Sapps, that identifies the address for, the Hannah City Center. Now, the justification for the issuance of the warning is what I want to focus on here. It states that completed official business, read that for me, I'm
Yes,
sorry.
sir. Completed official business remained on the property after security stated they no longer wanted them there and asked them to leave.
Okay, so I know we talked earlier about the powwow that was done about if they come back, they'll decide that, that we trespass, but the justification here is a little bit different from what you just explained. Is there a reason why?
How is it different?
So it's different here because you said earlier that, it was decided, and you said we decided, and it was a we thing, as in yourself, security, some unnamed, boss that was in or over the building, a captain in the police department, and the city attorney, Megan Newton. But here, on the face of the trespass warning, it says this was a decision solely made by security and the complainant, Mr. Lawrence Kraft, who is who we were speaking of with security.
Yes, sir.
So I guess I'm asking for explanation here, why the two different rationales and justifications, one that you just testified to, and the other one that is on the face of this trespass warning.
So when we make decisions on police calls, it's often times that we will talk to other officers, we will talk to supervisors, we will talk to representatives of the building, we'll talk to other people. There is a main person that we list as our complainant, so that's why we do it that way. That doesn't mean that there isn't input from other people, or that it's not, it has to be every single person involved in that decision is listed as a complainant. It's just the main complainant, and he's the one called, who we list.
Understood, understood. Now, I wanted to go a little further, a little bump up here. So, essentially, what you're saying is just how Officer Familia issued this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Although he's not here today, you're here as a supervisor, and also you're here as someone who was input on this whole decision-making process in the first place.
Yes, sir.
Okay, understood. I just want to make sure I'm getting what's going down here. Are you aware that citizens, like the three that were pictured in the previous exhibit, pull that back up, are you aware that they have First Amendment rights?
Yes, sir.
Did you, in making the decisions that were made in this proceeding, or not proceeding, but in this trespass issuance, did you consult any city material regarding constitutional rights or First Amendment rights?
Spoke to our city attorney.
Did you ever consult a pamphlet regarding city constitutional rights?
No.
Okay. Is there a pamphlet regarding constitutional rights in public forum in the city of Tampa?
There is like a leaflet.
Yeah, leaflet.
That just kind of goes over things, and I did read that when I first came to Sector D, because this has happened before at that building.
Okay.
So it's something that's distributed to us so that we're aware of it, and when I read it, and I can't tell you verbatim what it says, I didn't bring it with me, but it was something that I wanted to actually speak to legal to make sure that I wasn't violating anything, because I didn't fully understand.
Understood, understood. So the leaflet does exist. You have previously consulted the leaflet. Did you do so on February 25th of this year?
I don't know if I read it on February 25th or not. I
Understood.
didn't read it.
Okay. Now, let's see. I wanted to go make sure I covered everything that was in that. I would also like to formally move this into exhibits 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 into the evidence. If that's okay with you?
So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4 are accepted.
Thank you. Let's see. One moment, please. I'll defer with my client real quick. On the day of this trespass issuance, did you inform your subordinates to read or review that pamphlet we were just discussing, or leaflet we were just discussing?
I don't remember if I did or not.
It no doubt would be helpful, I guess, in a situation like that.
Probably.
Okay.
I know that they didn't know what they were going into, so I didn't like contact them while they were on the way there, because I had no idea that that's what it was.
You're called after the fact.
Yes, sir, and they didn't know either going in,
Of course, of course.
so I don't think they would have read it, but, I don't know.
All right. So, you know, we're closing out here, so I appreciate your patience with this. To be clear here, you're stating just overall with this trespass warning, that is your position that this warning, let me put it back up here, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Is your position that this warning, or is it your position that this trespass warning that was issued is an effective trespass warning? It's legally issued correctly, as what counsel for the city was saying is the entire issue we're here for today.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So something else I've noticed about it, you see the section down there at the bottom is authority, right? Right here at the bottom.
Yes, sir.
The authority, okay. So the authority in that section, I think matters explicitly here, but is your position that it is correct on the face of this warning that the authority did come from security,
Yes.
not an owner?
That's not who I had contact with. I had contact with security, who was speaking with the manager of the building.
All right, so the authority comes from not an owner, not a manager, not an agent, but rather security.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I see there's an other there, obviously, that it wasn't applicable here.
That's if it's a residence.
Okay, understood. And there's one more thing, oh, here we go. So there's two boxes here. Neither of those is checked. I'm not familiar with this totally, but can you explain why neither of those boxes in the middle are checked?
An error on the officer's part.
Which one should be checked?
City parks or public property.
City parks or other public property. Gotcha. And that's authorized by section 16.6 of the Tampa Code, is that not correct?
Yes, you're correct.
All right. Are you familiar with chapter 16.6 of the Tampa Code?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Understood. I have no further questions. I appreciate so much your time.
Thank you, sir.
Charles, can I ask you one question?
Yes, sir.
The complaint was made on this morning, and I appreciate that you didn't write this as words, or as a complaint. Is that the security guard? Are we talking about the two things?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Officer Brooks, there's very brief redirect by the city, but at this time it is appropriate to make the witness available for any of the respondents that have any questions. Or appellants, I guess, sorry.
Mr. Hauser, are the other two appellants represented by counsel?
Not to my knowledge, also, but they can clarify it. There you go.
How are you all deciding whether to do the cross on that?
If one of them wants to call
That's it.
Okay,
And Officer Brooks, if we could just have, the appellants state their name before we get started.
This gentleman here.
my name is William Palmer.
Okay. State your name
Listed
and
as
address.
here as Joseph Palmer on this, but it's William Palmer.
Is your middle name William?
No, my first name is.
Okay. Do you go by Joseph?
No, not at all. I don't even know where they got the information from in the first place, because I didn't give it to them when the trespass was issued.
So you're saying Joseph is not on your driver's
It's a middle name,
Okay.
but I don't go by it at all. Okay. You stated that the three gentlemen that are in that picture there.
For the record here, Mr. Palmer
Yes,
is cross-examining Officer Hollis.
yes,
Could both of you step a little bit closer to the podium
yes.
so we can catch you? Thanks.
Okay, you stated here that the three gentlemen in that picture all returned back into the building after they had left, that they all had come back in.
I believe so. I could be remembering that wrong. I haven't rewatched the video. but I know that 2 came back in.
Okay, so now it's 2 came back in and now all 3?
I believe you were still outside.
Okay, so when were the 2 other gentlemen issued the trespass?
When everyone went outside, I issued everyone a trespass warning.
So I was issued a trespass warning before I exited the building the first time?
No, sir,
Okay, so I never came back into the building after
don't
I
have to.
exited the first time?
you don't have to.
Okay. Okay, I believe the ending of our conversation. Supervisor. Okay, so under this trespass, it is filled out that I caused a disturbance in a restricted area and that I completed official business and remained in property after security wanted removed, is what it states there.
You were still on the property.
I was still on the property outside?
Yes,
Okay, and under 810.09, does that also include outside of the property in public areas, or does it only include inside the building?
it includes the property line, anything within the property line.
Of public property,
Yes,
that is a traditional public forum?
Yes.
Because the outside of Hannah is a traditional public
correct.
forum,
We do
correct?
it at schools all the time. If you're trespassed from a school, you're trespassed not only from the school, but all school property, including bus stops.
Okay, school isn't the
It's
same,
but that's how, so it's just, I'm just giving that as a comparison, the entire property line, sir. You're trespassed from the entire property.
okay. What disturbance did I cause inside of the building?
Well, after you finished official business, you were walking around looking at paintings and getting drinks of water. And business was not being conducted because you were there.
Okay, why was business not being conducted because I was there?
Because the people who work in that building are afraid of you.
Okay, what caused them to be afraid of me?
Because you have a channel that is monetized so that you can get likes and get paid to harass people, and they're afraid of you. They don't wanna be on television. The security guard on one of your videos or one of your friend's videos here, his phone number was posted and he was doxxed. So yeah, people who work there are very afraid of you and the people that are with you.
And who conveyed those statements to you? Or are those of your personal opinion?
So since this incident happened, I've had multiple city employees reach out to me to thank me because they have said that when you come in there, they're very scared. The security guard conveyed to me that he was scared. And he also conveyed to me that his phone number was released by people that you accompany with, either by you or people you accompany with. And it caused a great deal of duress for him in his personal life.
Okay. Do their feelings, do,
Do they have rights?
no.
No?
I was not asking that question, and I
Thank you,
don't
sir.
believe you're asking the questions here. I believe I'm asking the questions
Yes,
of
sir.
you.
Okay.
What did I do inside of Hannah Ave to cause people to be afraid? What were my actions inside of Hannah Ave to cause people afraid?
So you walk around with a body camera on, and you walk around with people who are carrying cameras, and they're filming everybody.
Okay,
And
are people afraid of you because you have a body camera on right now? You walk around with a body camera?
Sometimes, yeah, I've been told that they don't like the body camera and they want me to turn it off, yes.
Did you turn it off?
I can't, it's not part of my policy to turn it off.
Okay, so should I have to turn my camera off then because they are uncomfortable? Should my
Neither of
rights-
neither of us have to turn our cameras off when we're there for official business,
Okay, I was there for official business,
You were.
correct?
until you started looking at payments.
Is that not official business to inspect the city's items that they have out in public property?
So respectfully, no, it's not official business.
If that's not official business,
No, sir.
okay,
Maybe recreation.
maybe recreational?
Yes,
Okay, and that's your legal opinion of that?
yes, that's my legal opinion.
Okay. Okay. Initially, after Mr. Palmer completed the public records request with you for the binders that I still have not received, you suggested that he could remain in the building to view the artwork, didn't you?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm on the list.
When you said you were walking around and looking at the artwork, I had already been told there was enough to trespass you. I was trying to err on the side of keeping things calm, because I do have discretion to a point. People had already left, I was hoping you were gonna leave too. It felt like a situation where I was being baited, so I was just trying to give you the opportunity to look at pictures and to honestly answer your question.
You stated, if you want to go look at artwork, I'll let them know. If I was causing such a disturbance and my presence in the building was affecting everybody so much, why wasn't I trespassed immediately then? Why didn't you escort me through the building? Why weren't different measures taken then, at that point, if everybody was so afraid and none of the business could be done inside the building?
So I already answered that question, but I'm gonna answer it again. I do have discretion to try to wait a little bit, to give a little bit more time to try to keep things calm.
So your discretion and your opinion of the stated facts of what was going on is everything was calm and there was no need for you to escort me through the building or to trespass me and physically remove me out of the building at that time. My actions didn't bring that.
Do you have a specific question? It sounded like several, sir.
Okay. You stated that I could go and look through and that you have discretion on trespass and that my actions were calm and you wanted to continue to keep things calm inside the building.
So, to answer your question, I felt like I was being baited, and at that moment, I felt like if I trespass him right at that moment, it's gonna create a big scene, he's gonna start yelling at me, it's gonna become a big thing. I wanted to just give it a minute, and I was really hoping, since they'd finished their official business, that he was gonna do the right thing and just leave, because people with him had already left. And then when people came back in, it felt like it was a completely unwinnable situation, and that it was just gonna keep continuing, and city business was not going to be able to get done, and that we had to go through the trespass. I hope that answers your question.
And what was our intention for being there?
You want me to answer what your intention is, sir?
I would like you to answer what our stated
What I
intention.
believe
Yes.
your intention is?
Yes, what our stated intention was.
I believe that your intention, you're asking what my belief of your intention is.
I'm asking you what our stated intention to you was at that point, what we were there for.
So I could help the witness. You're not asking her what your intention was. You're asking her what you said your intention was.
Correct, yes.
Could be two different things.
We stated our intentions to her directly, so what
Correct.
was our stated intentions there?
To go to code enforcement, and then to get a copy of the book, and then to look at artwork and get a drink of water.
Okay, what was the copy of the book for? What public record was that?
It was trespass warnings, it was photos of First Amendment auditors who had been there in the past.
Okay. Was my previous trespass in there?
I don't remember,
You don't think?
I don't.
Okay, so my stated purpose at the building was official business then?
Correct,
So official business could have been conducted at the building without any issues then?
correct.
So there was no reason for anybody to have any fear inside of the building?
Yes, there is.
You just stated that I was there doing official business, everything was calm, nobody was yelling, there was no disturbance, there was no basis for the trespass.
The way that you go about it does create a disturbance, it does stop city business. It does intimidate people, it does.
What does?
When you're walking around filming them, and you're asking them
But that
questions, and
can't-
you're asking them to recite state statutes, and you're asking them to recite policies.
But silently walking through the building, because I was silently walking through the building,
At times you were silent, at times you were.
otherwise, I was speaking to people,
Mhm.
but there was Okay, well, so let's define when I wasn't silent.
Officer Brooks, if I may, I think we're starting to, again, go over questions that have been asked and answered. If I could just request a landing.
I agree. How much more room do you have here? I think you're getting into the territory of being redundant.
I'm definitely not at all. I'm actually, it's fine. What?
All right, Mr. Powell, we were not cutting you off.
No, I'll just hold it for an appeal, that's okay.
Okay.
Everybody want to come first, please, Jesus?
Just to understand how this works, is there like, do I get a chance to do like an opening statement? Am I just questioning her at this point? Will I have a chance to do a closing statement, or do I do everything right now?
This hearing is informal. You're under no time limit, although we do ask you under rules of order to not be redundant, repetitive, or try to get to the point. You can start with an opening statement, and then, subject to any objection, Mr. McAllister, you can cross-examine the officer.
Okay.
And then you can close it.
I'd like to start. My name is Brian.
State your name for the record.
My name is Brian Wilkins with the Chuck Bronson Media Group. I'm here because on February 25th, Tampa Police Department officers, at the direction of Allied University Security Manager Lawrence Philip Kraft, issued a trespass warning against me that was void from the moment it was issued. The prior trespass had already been rescinded 8 days earlier on February 17th. Before we even got a hearing, I had every legal right to be in that building. I was there to submit public records requests, which to this day have produced 0 responsive documents. What happened on that day was not a mistake, it was retaliation, and I'm here to make that record. I mean, their own precision of the first trespass proves that it was unlawful. I was there exercising protected constitutional rights both times. And then I'm ready to, if I can question her.
Would you like me to stand over here so you have access to all that? I don't know if that makes it work.
So this is my trespass warning. It says unidentified subject. Is that normal for you to, or is it normal for you to issue trespasses and not know who the person is?
It's very normal, it happens often.
Okay. You said earlier that I created a disturbance. What type of disturbance did I cause?
As I said to the other gentleman, sir, you're entering a city building and you have cameras and you're filming, you're asking about policies and statutes and things.
Who did I ask that? Who did I ask?
When you
Who
come
did
in-
I talk to in the building?
When you come in as a trio, it creates this whole.
Okay, but we're just working on me at this point. Who did I talk to? This is my trespass, not theirs. So, who did I talk to?
I understand that, but you're entering the 3 of you together.
Who did I talk to?
I don't know
In the
who you're
building.
talking to.
Well, you trespassed me, so
Yes.
surely, when you're claiming that we all 3 created a disturbance,
We did.
who did I talk to in the building?
I don't know who you talked to in the building, sir.
But you know that I created a disturbance.
You don't have to talk to people to be creating a disturbance.
Okay, so silence can create a disturbance.
Filming and yelling profanities outside the building can create a
You previously
disturbance.
stated that we are allowed to film in there,
You are allowed to film, but it stops business in there.
but you're also saying that it creates a disturbance.
It does.
Okay, but if you admitted that you're filming in there, and that bothers people too,
It
right?
does sometimes, yes.
Okay. So what were my exact actions, me personally, other than just filming? Was there anything else that I did?
Yeah, you go in with a group of people, and when you're with a group of people, you're part of that group, you're adding a number to that group, and that group creates intimidation to the people. in there.
What did the group do?
So then when you exited the building, to finish answering the question, when you were told you were being trespassed, all three of you began screaming profanities on the property.
No, that was on the sidewalk after we left the property.
Okay.
After the
So
trespasses were
nobody
issued.
was yelling at us on the property at all? That's,
Not that I recall,
okay,
but I'm not being questioned here.
yes, sir.
You are. Have you reviewed your body cam from that day?
I have.
You have, okay. We're gonna jump to, where was the sign at when we were in the building?
When you first walk in the front door, it's within 20 or 30.
Where was the sign of the room that said it was restricted?
Are you talking about the conference room, sir?
Yes.
Okay, it's on the second floor, and when you walk up the stairs, you walk probably 20 feet, there's a conference room. There was a sign that was in the center now, and when I was there, I mean, and the security guard advised someone had moved it. It was off to the side, so it wasn't actually restricting that area where they were having their time.
So do you know where the sign was when we were up there?
It was right in the center, and you guys did not violate.
So you don't know where the sign was, because that's not where the sign was. The sign was all the way against the wall.
That's what the
You know,
security
30,
guard off
40
to
feet
the side.
away from the conference
So the
room.
security guard told me it was off to the side, it was not blocking that area. So he was forthcoming with that.
So the security guard didn't tell you that he moved it over there after we had left that area?
No, he told me he did, because if you guys go back up there, he wants it clear.
A second ago, you just said that somebody did. You didn't know who,
Okay.
right? Okay. Let's see. You said earlier that you issued the trespass after we left the building. Is that normal procedure?
If you're still on the property, yes.
Okay. And, I mean, in general, do we have the right to go to that building and request public records?
Yes, you do.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure out exactly, pinpoint the exact thing that we did wrong. So we're there to get public records. That was my entire intent and goal. I'm recording and documenting it so I have record of it. Okay? And as far as I know, we never crossed into any restricted areas. And so I'm trying to figure out exactly what we did that was wrong, why we got trespassed.
I can answer that again, I've already answered it, but I'll answer it again. Will you let me finish?
Sure.
Okay. So when you come in as a group and you're there for official business and you're filming things, and you have a right to do that, and so you go and you do that. So when I got there, my effort was to find out what your official business was, which was to go to code enforcement. I'm speaking for all three of you. Go to code enforcement and then get a copy of that book. We wanted it released to you, correct?
That's not what I said, but go ahead.
Is that the purpose?
That's what somebody else said, not me.
Okay, well then I'm not sure what official business you were there for, but I can ask you questions.
Yeah. Okay, so you said that we were trespassed because of the disturbance, right? Because we bothered people, because we were filming,
You scared them
because we scared them. So we weren't trespassed because we didn't sign in?
because people's phone numbers, personal phone numbers have been released through your changes.
Okay, so it wasn't for not signing in.
What do you mean?
So we didn't get trespassed for not signing in?
No.
Okay. Did we get trespassed because we had cameras?
You were trespassed because the official business that I was told that had to be done there had been completed.
Did
And
I?
then, may I finish? And then when people came back in, then it felt like it was a game.
I'm asking
And
questions.
it's a
Did
city
I
business.
ask you, or did I tell you at any
She's not
certain
answering the
point?
question though.
Did I tell you, or, I'm gonna rephrase it. At what point did I tell you that I was completed with my business?
I don't know.
I didn't, I never did.
Okay.
Do you recall when you were pushing us out the front door, I'm like, I still have records to get. Well, not physically, but yeah. with
I just
force,
wanted to put
you know, bunch of
it
cops
over
all
these.
saying, go, leave, you know, yeah. Do you recall me saying, as soon as you pushed us out the door, that I still have records to request?
I don't recall that.
Did you see that, hear that on your body cam?
I didn't.
I did. And then, you know, I'm just trying to understand, like, you know, do you have the authority to decide when somebody's finished with their official business? And where do you get that authority?
Where do I get the authority
Yeah,
to
'cause I
when
never said
somebody's
I was
done their
done.
official
Yeah.
business? I was under the impression, based on what was told to me, that you three were together, we were there to do those two things. So if I misunderstood, then I misunderstood.
And I was very open about it the entire time. I was not done.
It was hard to hear you because I had multiple people talking to me at the same time, and you can see that on your video and everything video.
You mentioned everyone was scared. Did anyone say that to you while we were there? Like, did they come and say, you know, we're scared because of these cameras?
So as soon as we walked in after you guys drove off, a bunch of people.
But not why, no, what I asked was why we were there.
I was under the impression, because I've been in that building before, it wasn't even under the impression.
My question is, let me answer your
Yes,
question.
people were scared. They showed that they were scared.
Why we were there.
They
Did
put
they
them-
tell you, did anybody in the building come and tell you that they were scared why we were there?
Yeah, Officer Brooks, I think these questions have been asked and answered.
I think they-
I haven't, not for me, and not for my case, and not for my trespass.
I understood, but we are hearing this as one.
I didn't hear anybody else ask that exact
I
question.
believe Officer Hollis has been asked that question.
So was that a yes or no?
To which question? I
You
was trying
mentioned
to
everyone
answer.
is scared. Did anyone say this to you while we were there? While we were actually there and your body cam was on? Did anybody say this on your body cam is what I'm getting at?
May I complete my answer to that?
It's just yes or no.
Yes.
So it's on your body cam. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. That's the only questions I have, Your Honor.
Officer Brooks.
I have a rebuttal to that too.
All right, I think their opportunity, they've taken advantage of their opportunity, and I just have a very brief direct.
Could I have a moment just for the clerk? I want Mr. Palmer handed me document titled Appellate's Brief in Support of Rescinding Trespass, which I think would be, exhibit number 5.
Mayor, proceed, Officer Brooks.
Yes, sir.
Officer, just to clarify a few things, there were signs requiring visitors to sign in.
Yes, sir.
Does anybody that issue any of the appellants here, they wear any kind of badge authorizing them to, or were they wearing any kind of visitor badge?
No, they were not.
Okay. Is that a city office building where people go to work and conduct city business?
Yes, sir.
How long did you stay with the appellants trying to accommodate all of their requests before they were trespassed?
At least 45 minutes.
How long does it take to request a public records in the fashion that they're describing?
I'm not sure.
Okay, happen pretty quickly, you can walk in and request a
Yeah,
public record.
depending on what you need and who's available. Yes.
Okay, there's also an option for a QA to request a public record, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Officer, I don't have any further questions for the officer.
I'm sorry, brief,
Mr. Sapp?
was that it?
Is it counsel for Mr. Sapp?
Yes, yes, sir. I have a brief, question I did want to ask, two of them actually.
Mr. McAllister will have an opportunity if what comes up.
Of course, of course. One was, I wanted to, I guess, publish this, larger video here. It's a bit of segment of body camera. I'm not sure if the tribunal was given the same. In doing so, however, let's see.
How long is this video?
Man, it's like 3 minutes.
Okay.
I'm trying to,
Don't worry about time.
Mr. McAllister, Mr. Schmidt, any objection to the video?
Also, I haven't seen the video that was, suggested to be admitted for me. Well, I don't know what you're.
oh, yeah,
Anybody want camera footage, buddy?
God.
this is some of the body work, but I want to show this for the body work. It's her speaking to Bell here. And she's speaking to Bell about her, Bell, and Flamia all coming towards the process of making the trespass warnings. I mean, I do the whole thing. I just want to publish the statement. That's all. I have this the same way y'all gave it to me. I mean, I would assume there'd be no objections to the form since I got it from y'all in this form. To him? You got an email address? I can email it to him.
Officer, Brooks, one of the questions that we have is how we're going to admit this into evidence at this point. It's not any kind of device that would allow counsel to give it to the court for consideration. The other concern is that it's my understanding that counsel tends to play a brief clip of a longer video. And Your Honor, I don't necessarily, I mean, it appears to be body camera provided by the city of Tampa, and that's fine. I would just ask or your hearing officer to consider this snippet for what it's worth, and that is just a brief snip of a longer video.
And it could be taken.
Exactly.
Oh, but I would invite, obviously this is entering into evidence, invite you to view all of it, but obviously for here, I wouldn't want that.
Mr. McCosker, are you comfortable that it's relevant and not to
Yes.
issues?
I don't know. It's a short answer.
I'm happy giving it as an exhibit, and then if they have any objection, obviously, I'm sorry to have taken the issue a little further and said evidence. It might not be. Okay, so, no, I get that concern. What I'm saying is I can give it to him. I can give it to him. I can easily take his email and add him in onto this folder, and he'll have access to it forever. I mean, that's exactly.
It really needs to go to the clerk.
Okay, I can email it.
Not sure where the state could get it.
If there's no objections from the city, let's go ahead and we'll watch the 3-minute video, with the caveat that Mr. McAllister just provided.
Which is?
Which is that it is a snippet of a longer video.
Absolutely. We're still trying to figure out how I can get this to the tribunal, that's all.
Typically a flash drive is very helpful.
It would be greatly helpful. At the moment, I don't have one to use.
The clerk may have one before we leave.
Awesome. Mr. Clerk, do you have a flash drive? Mr. Clerk, is it technically impossible for me to give this to you in a method that would include me sending it to your email? Thank you, but I have an error. That won't work.
Well, I tried.
You try. I mean, it sucks.
Can you do a screen clip?
Oh, absolutely, I can do a screen clip.
Yeah, you can email that?
But I'm asking for an email, they won't let me email it to them.
Okay.
I figured that would be acceptable.
I'm an outside counsel.
I know, I'm not asking, I'm asking the clerk. I mean, absolutely. So we're going to stipulate to putting the entire body worn camera into evidence, and he's going to give me a email address for this gentleman who's the clerk at you said TPB?
Yes.
Okay, and that'll stipulate this entirety of what's being published, giving into evidence.
That sounds like a reasonable resolution.
It absolutely is, absolutely.
We'll start from right here about 420. This should actually be a bit less than 3 minutes.
That isn't me.
This right here is
No.
no.
That's Officer Bell.
No, I'm looking at him.
That's not me.
That the hands are you.
Those are not me.
Oh, no.
That's me.
Who is that?
That's Officer Bell.
Bill, and who's the larger gentleman?
That's Officer Felony.
That's plenty. Okay,
Yes.
gotcha.
It's Flanders.
Understood. My apologies.
I don't tell Bill to come over.
Skip forward a little bit to the operative part here, Mr. Brooks.
Chelsea, could you give us a roadmap to what we're looking for here?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So what this is here is Officer Bell, and what she's going to, in a few seconds here, talk about with Officer Flemia is that this is a joint effort.
Chef, 3 on that or 2?
I was gonna fill out 3 and then I was gonna let Corporal.
What's your badge number?
And she's also speaking to the decision maker as she testified with Corporal Hollis.
What's your ID number?
73338.
What is it?
73338.
3338? Sorry. That'll be the 180 days. Because it's a city public building, so. Problem is, I don't know.
What was did you put a justification or no?
I don't wanna like vague descriptive, I guess. What's the reasoning for it? Did you hear?
No, that's what I'm saying to her.
We'll stop it there. Carol, we need on this. Now, like I said, I did have some follow-up questions. Thank you. There you see your subordinates, these officers here, Bill and Flemia.
Flemia, yes, sir.
Flemia. Bell is the lady here. I'm assuming the lady. That's also really nice hands for a dude. That's the lady, right?
That is a lady.
All right. And Flemia is the gentleman in the car.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And did you hear them discussing the rationale or the justification, I think the exact words were, for the trespass?
Yes,
Okay, and did you hear, Officer Bell state her reasoning for leaving it blank?
yes,
She stated that she was leaving it blank because she did not want to be vague, is that correct?
correct,
All right, and she said that she was going to bring it to you, she said, Corporal, she was speaking to you, correct?
yes,
And she was gonna bring it for you, to you, I guess, for your, approval thereof.
guidance on what exactly needs to be in there.
Basically your job. All right, I have one more thing I wanted to ask you. Oh, that's what it was. So I would like, excuse me, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I would like to ask you some questions about chapter 16, Tampa Code. All right, so section 16.4 of the city's code says authority of law enforcement officers and authorized park office officials / personnel. Are you familiar with this section?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, can you point me to where in this section it allows a trespass upon the authority of a security officer?
May I look at this? I can
Absolutely.
read it from there.
Absolutely. You can take a look at it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're speaking about this particular section?
Well, I was speaking about the whole chapter, but
Okay.
I just happen to have highlighted where it says trespass. There's other authority in the other parts of the chapter. Feel free to look it in there. Oh, that doesn't move. I'm not that fancy.
I don't know how to use this, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm
just
not.
a little track pad here, just up and down like this.
Thank you.
It's backwards, Mac is, so it's kind of looks. I can got it for you.
Thank you so much. Alright.
Let me know if you need me to move it for you.
It appears this thing only discusses parks.
You don't discuss this part.
Right.
And I would say the same. I would ask, the tribunal to judicially notice, section 16 or chapter 16, whatever it may be, section 16 of the Tampa City Code. That is the authority upon which, as you testified earlier, the notice did miss from Mr. Sapp, but it should have had marked section 16.
Correct.
So I would like the tribunal to judicially recognize that section.
Are you raising that as a notice concern, or?
Notice concern, how so, what do you mean?
I'm just trying to understand the context of what I'm noting.
Oh.
It doesn't reference the city code section. Noted.
No, I'm noticing that it should reference the city code section and establishing, as you just said, that applies to parks, and the proposition here being that is not even applicable in this proceeding. But rather than moving into evidence, I'm asking for judicial recognition of that entire chapter.
Understood.
Is that something that you can do, or?
That is something we do.
Awesome, okay. Just make sure we're clear on the record. Okay, so you said, as you stated, that this authorizes trespass by park officials or law enforcement officers in city parks, correct?
Yes, sir.
Is the Hannah City Center a park?
It is not.
It is not a park, okay. Here, I see another section, I think this is applicable, section 16-6. It speaks to trespass as well. Previously, we were covering 16 and 4. Let me make sure I publish this too. My apologies. What we're just speaking about was 16-4, and what Corporal Hollis was noting is that it does not consider trespass, and I think she's referring to the entire chapter, does not consider trespass being made in a non-park, because this is talking about parks. But I wanted to cover 16-6, where it says trespass, and it says in the relevant part that the Tampa Code, City of Tampa Code, law enforcement officers are hereby granted authority to issue trespass warnings in any city park for the purpose of enforcing the provisions of this chapter or any department rule or regulations. So the question I have for you is Mr. Kraft a law enforcement officer?
No, he's not.
Okay, and the authority that you noted, in the video that was just played a few minutes ago, there was a statement made by Officer Bell to Officer Flanita that they needed Kraft, and they were asking for Kraft as the authority to put on the trespass warning, is that correct?
Correct.
And as you just stated, that's not authorized by section 16 of the code.
For that particular section, which wasn't checked. So in that case, if it doesn't meet this criteria for 16.4, then it would actually be just our standard trespass warning, which would be 365 days if we would rather do that.
Well, you said earlier, is it not true, that you said earlier that it should have said section 16.4?
I did, but now that you're pointing out the discrepancy, maybe we should have gone with 365 days. Thank you for pointing it out.
That would mean that it was improper on the day of, correct?
Yeah. Thank
All
you so
right.
much.
I have no further questions.
Thank you.
Just briefly, officer.
Yes, sir.
Florida statute gives you the authority to trespass people from structures and buildings, correct?
Yes, sir.
Objection, Your Honor.
Nothing further, officer. Officer, city does not intend to call any further witnesses. I think the respondents have had ample opportunity to confer on issues of fact and law, so the city at this point is prepared for a very, very brief argument.
Okay. Go ahead and make that argument now.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
I think the.
Probably have a couple questions and you may have.
Oh, sure, no, yeah.
No, no, for you, sorry.
Okay. I think the evidence and testimony shows that the respondents or appellants in this case went to a city office building. They were creating a disturbance. They included or did not have any official business to begin with. And then were issued a trespass warning and tried to re-enter the building, again, having concluded their official business or not having any in the first place. So if you have any questions for me, happy to answer them.
Opposing counsel has, or at least one of the appellants has made a point repeatedly about the security guards and whether they are authorized to issue the initial warnings. Do you have any input on that?
I think that the security guards are acting on behalf of the city, and I think that they're acting on behalf of the city gives them the authority to issue those warnings. They are authorized people, as defined by the statute, the trespass statute, Florida statute. So, yes, to answer your question.
And how about I think it was Mr. Palmer's that has unidentified subject. Maybe this is a question for Officer Hollis. As you're walking, just for efficiency, I'll ask the question while you're walking out. What are the circumstances under which a trespass warning would be issued to an unidentified subject?
So we have this happen quite a bit. We'll go to a property where somebody is coming onto the property and we're asking them, who are you? And they're refusing to tell us, but they are complying with leaving the property. We can't detain them for identification purposes.
So he's not giving you an ID?
Correct.
That's all I have, Officer Hollis.
Yes, sir.
I have a question on that same trespass for her, just real brief. On that trespass notice for the unidentified subject,
Yes,
were
sir.
they trespassed for 180 or 365 days on that one?
180.
What's it say there?
Does it say 365? Okay.
What's it say?
Officer, if I may just interject here,
Yes,
I
please.
think the question for this office, or the hearing officer today is a limited one. I think the question is whether the trespass warning was appropriately issued, and that's the question we're here to answer.
Yes.
And that's where I'm going to with this too, is, so what does it say? Was it issued for 180 or 365 days?
So 365 is crossed out and checked 180.
It looks like they're both checked to me, they got the exact same checks.
Yeah, check.
What was the person?
So I don't know which one I'm trespassed, 365 or 180, because they're both
Actually,
marked.
the point was wrong.
That's Mr. Palmer here, not me.
Same thing with
You're getting confused, you don't know who's talking.
Officer, again.
I'm sorry, yeah, the hearing is closed.
Yeah,
He never even finished his initial.
I didn't get to make a closing argument or anything?
He even
Okay.
finished his initial.
Cool.
Due process.
Sir, you stepped down from your presentation.
He stepped
Before
down
I
from
asked you
his
to step down.
questioning and made a closing argument.
And you made a statement that you would wait for an appeal, so, sorry. Mr. Foster, can I ask you some more questions?
He's ready to go eat lunch.
It's the city's policy it's the city's position that the policy with regard to restricted areas of Hannah is a reasonable policy for the orderly operation of the building, correct?
That is the city's position, yes.
And, it's the city's position, based on the testimony of the officer Hollis here today, that the appellants were either causing a disruption or intimidation or the orderly disruption of decorum, at some point within their presence within the building, correct?
Yes, destruction, no, but disturbance, yes.
Disturbance, I'm sorry.
Yes.
All right, I have no further questions.
Thank you, officer.
Now, we provided a moment for summation, Officer Brooks.
I will, since I gave Mr. McAllister, how much time do you need? 2 minutes?
You'd be brief, that sounds good.
Okay.
I think it's quite obvious that the city's position has been distilled, and I would agree with it. The position is whether these trespass warnings were issued properly. However, the city's position that a security officer has the authority to issue such is repugnant of relevant case law. I would point you to Catrone versus the city of St. Petersburg. That case, which was summarizing another part in response to discovery issues in this matter, and should already be in the record of this proceeding as a whole, because it was sent to council in request of records for this proceeding. But that case is one in which it's summarized that a trespass on similar grounds in the city of St. Petersburg was able to proceed forward due to a city ordinance that they had that would allow the same. Unlike St. Petersburg, the city of Tampa doesn't have the proper ordinances to provide the authority for a security guard to issue a trespass. Council leans on the state statutes, and I do believe the case Catrone stands for the proposition that that leaning is improper and is not enough by statute to allow the same. Notwithstanding that fact, you see that even if the same were allowed just purely by statute, no crime was committed. No crime was committed, no disturbance truly existed. Rather, you've heard the testimony of Corporal Hollis that she thought it was a crime, or she thought, and that's not necessarily a crime, excuse me, take it back, she didn't say that. She thought that people were scared, or she felt that based on the circumstances and preceding circumstantial happenings, for example, people in the past having told her personally, not officially, but personally, that they were fearful or that they were upset about the First Amendment activities of the those involved in this trespass warning. And I would say to you that that in and of itself is admission of something that's also repugnant of the First Amendment, and that would be retaliation for free speech. I have no further points on it. Thank you.
At this point, I'd like to ask the city, are you anticipating that I will rule this morning, this afternoon? Or that we will adjourn and I will issue something in writing?
I don't think a written ruling is necessary. I think the decision whether to uphold or rescind the trespass warnings would be sufficient for purposes today.
So based on that, I'm going to uphold trespass warnings.
Oh my God, got him.
Based on the testimony here.
We'd like for you to write it out.
Yeah, we need that in writing.
We need that in
Like
writing.
in
sir.
writing.
We want you to write that out so you can ration it out, and not just sit here and talk about what you heard. You ain't making no sense. You gotta write that out. Randy,
Sorely in need
I want that
of
written out,
education.
good sir.
All of you.
I want that written out.
Can't criminalize
I want that
the First
written out.
Amendment.
Really?
Freedom of assembly.
I want that written out.
Freedom of the press.
I want that written out. You might be the line of thing we never run into. Jesus.
We all swore to protect the First Amendment, but now it's a disturbance. Okay.
A little bit more for them. You didn't even swear nobody in, did you?
Can I give you
Nobody
one
under
for
oath
later?
anything. I had to bring it up. Really? The D-Type had to bring up somebody that's going to be under the penalty of perjury. Really, sir?
Can you take your body camera off? I'm scared. You have insurance for this? It'll be fine.
These are real live criminals, Tampa, Florida, everybody. Real live criminals. When you retiring, Corporal?
First Amendment free zone.
You picked that date yet?
Freedom of assembly is wrong because there was 3 of you, and freedom of the press is wrong because there's no time, place, and manner. It's just whenever we say you've conducted your
Yeah.
business.
We were there during business hours. We were at an open public building.
Gathering content is
And
business.
we were
It's already been
professional
ruled.
and quiet and courtesy.
Go back to school, get your money.
How do you feel about that, State Rep? You guys sleep good at night, don't you? Bunch of criminals, man. Real live criminals. Warren, she wants an interview.
Downstairs? Yeah. Let's go this way, man.
I just gave him notice to you.
Oh, I know you did.
I'm done.
They didn't IB my due process altogether, so yeah, we'll have a class action here.
That is the wildest shit I have ever seen in my life. In the worst lawyer on earth. Let's go, bro.
Do well, man. I like how you
I didn't really prepare to do anything.
No. Hey. It's a damn city center. They'll relax.
I think my 100
Hey, where are you going?
Oh, that's the wildest shit of the day right there, Chuck. God damn.
All right, I'm gonna do an outro. I want you guys in it, all right?
We're smoking some weed.
I just want to say what's good.
That's the wildest shit, bro.
I can't believe it's that fucking dirty.
I mean,
How did we do wrong?
you dropped somebody.
All my questions were setting up for federal lawsuit.
You know what was missing though in this whole thing? I kept waiting to see when they said there was no business. There should have been some pressure on. Well, this was our business. Gathering content in and of itself is business.
You allowed him to go do it, and now it's a problem. That's the whole point. But that's the whole point of a dumbass. I don't know. That's yeah.
Me?
I'm gonna do that away. I'm gonna do that away. What is it?
It's all like rush. I needed like 2 or 3 hours.
Agency. Yeah, Tampa Bay Jada. Nice to meet you.
So what do you think, Jada? Are cameras a disturbance? Like we didn't really
Yeah.
do it loud, we were crazy, we were like professional.
You know, I will put it to you this way. I was not expecting
I wasn't
the
either.
response that.
You were not expecting the whole thing of all that, right?
Yeah.
Like how the fuck? The law says you can't do it.
I wasn't expecting that. That was
Oh, that shit.
Based on what they did to me, I was expecting that time.
He got truck right here.
Oh, wait, you were there too?
No, he did before. That's how we do it. We come back and do it.
Okay. Was it from City of Tampa?
Like I just walked out of there. I don't even know how many days on truck back. I've been days on my truck back.
fucks the public woman all the time.
I don't live in Tampa. I don't live in Tampa.
So he got trespassed. He went kind of viral for it. He was wearing a shirt that, so like out there, he was a gay man, and he had like eating someone's ass or something. Is that wild? Yes.
No.
Is that worth trespassing?
No, one man vulgarity is another man policy. That's the first thing.
So you know, so I look at it and I'm like, oh, you're wild for putting that on your pants. But he got trespassed. Yeah, if you like look up, it's like Tampa, Tony Daniels.
This lady with the local news media said she couldn't believe that they made that decision.
It's like right over your head and all.
I'm not going out there.
I know. It's just where it hits. It's like right here, so no matter where you stand, it's so mad right now. My white balance card looks terrible. It's lost that phone. Exactly. It's a job. Say it again. Yeah. I'm only getting you just because I wore a bike. When she was born in the right around. Hey, what if I said I don't know who you are? All right. Do you remember my name? All right. You didn't get the outcome that you were looking for today. Why do you feel like this process has been unjust?
I learned the way that
And the other thing is, you walk out with questions. You don't even know what's going
I heard that somebody got somebody, I don't know if you said something. I was not thinking about it. I put up anything or anything about it. Except because I didn't get that. Look, I did not. I haven't taken that. So I still got to explain what was my subject. What was my subject? I guess it's just the camera. I was still pushing the camera. So I guess that's what I'm doing. I learned it on the choke that Florida versus California. The funny part for me is 4 of those freedoms in the First Amendment stuff, I think that's it. No.
Well,
Open up on the phone.
yeah, but kind of,
No. You can don't put it on there. It's like this. You have the conversation. Everybody on camera is live and says, she heard somebody tell her that she's afraid. Y'all don't know nobody wants to. And you see how afraid they was that everybody wanted to. John, this is what you said to us. Why can't we run this? He didn't run the part where they read the leaf. You know, people. There's a part where they actually read the leaf. It said the corporal told us. He said, do not do this, do not do that. It goes, do not all do this. I get it, it's in the building. Yo, get that leaf from her. You can have her put on the news what that leaf was being talking about. It's in this building, remember? Yeah. Yeah, we go get it for it. Yeah, go get the leaf and you'll see what they were reading in the body on camera. And you can refer to the body on camera. It's already paid for it. Yeah.
I have.
She's in the right now. She's in the right now.
So.
I'll be standing there.
Exactly, stop. So, and then I just spoke when I said I'm going to jump in and and I get that they don't, but this broader conversation of
First Amendment rights,
First
civil
Amendment rights,
voting rights, and all that good stuff that we talk about, and we the people, ain't never mean we the people in this country. Yeah.
How do we get to a point where you're known for playing football, and now here you are as a defender of the First Amendment?
I just told you, for those freedoms, spelling my name. There's no coincidence in life. I thought my calling was teaching kids my craft. I wanted to be a quarterback. They gonna get paid regardless. Mom said they take care of the money they get them in college. The only thing I do is put in the right direction and watch the ride. That's easy money. I mean, I wish I had that out for 9 years, but I'll take my gold jacket, my championship, and my team inside. I pay for it. No, babe, I'm just, you know, they came to my aid when I was in Uncle Choke. All the gentlemen you see, they came to my aid with Uncle Choke. I didn't know, how to engage them. I had never done it. Then when I did it in Hollywood, you see I'm in the middle up there. So we're gonna have some fun with it. We're gonna see if they understand the law. The appeal process in the 11th Circuit definitely knows. But Smith Cummings is the governing body for the state of Florida, Georgia, and Alabama. What are we doing here?
What would you say to somebody who may look at this and think twice about having their phone out there for action requesting?
That's the whole point why we're doing it. They want to kill your First Amendment right.
What would you say to someone who's running afraid of that?
Hold tight. What up, baby? Hold tight. Do not let them infringe upon your First Amendment right. I can't go to the city center for 100 years. I've only been there twice in my life. I was just going to see the nice new building. They say, well, you bring government and the community closer together. You see on their website, you search this. How's that possible? We just sitting there getting records. That's it. I can see the old things. Nobody wanted to put any video up. Amazing, right? Amazing. And I'm sick of my attorney that didn't put no video up, and I sent it all to him. Put up one little piece, ragged.
Final question for you, because this was another thing that came up. She kept saying there were people who were afraid. Is there any risk documentation?
She said it's on a body worn camera. Get it. Get it, baby. She said it right in front of all of us. Did she not?
What?
Did she not? It's on my body. It's the body worn camera.
What do you make of her saying that? Again,
The Supreme Court said that police can lie. They can say everything. I don't remember if I told anybody. You look at the body worn camera. The corporal told me to read this First Amendment thing. Come over to my. That's the big guy, Kamua, telling Bell to come over to his car. He's reading it with body cam on. She snatches it from him and says, "Your body cam on?" He's like, "Yeah, I don't want any trouble. I'm just gonna run it." He's like, "What does it say? Do not tell him this. Do not do this. Do not do that." She's like, "What are we supposed to do?" Nothing. But they didn't inform the corporal of this. They just came in, don't go to corporal handle. She supervised. She started with it.
And none of that came up today.
I'm amazed at it. I definitely touched my I definitely transferred this over to somebody that I paid the nice piece of change. You go on the bottom and hear about this. I guarantee you. You can't do that bad of work when I'm giving you the labor.
And the bill is coming.
It's unbelievable, but it's informal, man. That's all it is. We're gonna pick it up through the field process. We're gonna get some people that understand the law. You get up there and you don't know how to work the microphone. That told me everything I needed to know. You've never been in this position, and they set you up to do this. Those were the questions you asked. Thank you.
There you are.
Unreal. Unreal. Unreal.
Yeah. These laid it out for you. They said, because there was a whole bunch of them. Because they were extended.
Let out. I got it on body cam, somebody saying that. Baby,
Yep.
why haven't you pulled that out yesterday? You supposed to take your line at work? No, we're not taking your line at work. Damn, I ain't have a loss at home in Tampa in a while. It's tough for you to do in Tampa. Shit, my mama used to watch this shit. I don't know if you lose that. Because it's obvious he was ready to go. The time don't matter. Hey, how long you got? Time don't matter. How long you got? Jesus Christ. How you say time don't matter? And every time we get to talking, it's how long you got? I listen to this people shit talk about shit that ain't even wrong. Improper handle motherfucking trespass. They said he went to a restricted area. What restricted area is?
Yeah, they were like rush. I had, you know, several hours worth of body cam footage I needed to show, you know, and it was just like you could tell they were rushing us.
It's on the other side. I'm gonna grab that pamphlet from inside.
Florida.
I can't believe they didn't even talk about, you know, the
Where did you say the pamphlet is?
they were going to get the pamphlet. It's like, this is not the business. I got changed up.
I can take it with me. I don't want you to stand outside.
All right. I'm right back here.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right.
I got a car.
I'll take it with me. It's okay. It's so freaking hot. You don't have to do that.
It's
very sweet of you.
I'm with Ben, so I don't know if Ben's doing.
If you want to pull this, you can.
Yeah, but they're going up there to get a pamphlet.
You're going the wrong way, buddy.
No, they're going to get a pamphlet.
It's the opposite side of the building.
We're
So.
parked over here.
Yeah, they're going to get a pamphlet.
Oh, you're going upstairs?
Yeah. They're going to get that pamphlet.
Okay. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, we'll be right here when you get back. Hurry back. Yeah.
She's going upstairs to get a pamphlet because the city policy says we're allowed to record. The cop already admitted we're allowed to record, so what's the pamphlet going to do, you know?
No,
it's a policy that we're allowed to do what we did.
If she would have said it's our policy, but I would say, well, it's my policy.
I saw a cop.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's her feelings. It's all about her feelings. Even the day we were there, the day we got Trespass, we got Rights Crispy, Rogue Nation, Blue Steel, Liberty Troll.
Kept saying the same shit over and over. Y'all were menacing.
Yeah. You saw that co-counsel? The one that, not the one who was talking? Better call Saul? Yeah. No, he looked more like Saul.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
The guy from Airplane?
Now those guys, yeah. Now those guys, the city attorneys, I was running them around from that other case in front of it. And they got
It's going to give us something to appeal.
Hey, I want to go with you. Yeah, but we're waiting for that guy.
We'll be right back.
We're waiting for this in the front.
Pride. It's a fucking septic stuff here. Oh, yeah. Are you guys going right there?
You're waiting for Eyes on the State, right?
Yeah. We're parked right there.
Yeah, but I'm saying Eyes on the State's going to come out and be confused. Right. I'm just running.
Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. We got some other plans we're going to go do here just shortly. Stay tuned. I'll probably stay live for now. I don't know. I need to probably charge my phone. Might be smart. But I'll stay live for a little bit longer. And we're going to have some more action for you here coming up. Just waiting for Warren What's up, Special K? Margate, Oklahoma. Homegrown, DW Party. Let's. Mary. You know it. Save. Patty. Raw Dog, Caveman. David, Howard County. Tim. Yeah, for real, you know they will, but I mean, I think it's, she knows, so I think it'll still be a good interview on this one, so, and with Warren, you know, so that makes a difference. I am the commander. Harvey Freebird. Lady Loves Horses. John. Wanda. Our guy. Lightning Dave. Definitely, Dave. Nevaeh, appreciate you all being here for me, for us. You guys are the best chat on YouTube, Kick, Facebook. I don't know where all I'm live. Twitter, Rumble. I'm live everywhere. Yeah, I didn't prepare at all. I didn't care. It's a trespass appeal. I just, you know, they already had their decision made, and I knew it. Yeah, otherwise they would have already rescinded it. But they knew if they, you know, basically found us not guilty or rescinded it, that we were going to go right back, and we was 100%.
Yeah, these people hate us,
and that's what they wanted to stop. So, us exercising our First Amendment right, and that's the whole point.
So we're back here at the stinky spot. What is that, dude?
Yeah,
I know what this is.
This is spot.
This is
so like if I'm with a crowd of people, I can bond signals and use my cell signal and this cell signal and bond them together. So it's stronger.
So this is what you use in your truck?
No, I can, but that's why I have it. Yeah. But
what do you use in your truck?
Just this. Just my phone, man.
And you get good reception like that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought that's what you were using because I belong to AT&T, and I was like, I gotta get one of them because they always.
Most of my live streams were shot from these S23s.
I got you. My
and this is a 26.
They always steal my bandwidth. How did you determine when my business was complete? How did you determine that? Like what? How do you know that I didn't forget something?
And more importantly, what was I doing in there? And is that constitutional?
How do you know that guy right there, my editor-in-chief of Bang, Bolt Action News Group, didn't send me in to watch how you treat people for the rest of the fucking day?
When I asked that, they're like, "Oh, it's already been answered." Yeah, well, not for me.
Right. There goes your due process. Yeah. You have a 6th Amendment violation right there on top of your 2 First Amendment violations.
Shit off there.
First, 4th, and 14th too.
Should have even signed in. What the fuck was that?
I signed in loose deal.
Did you look at my documents I filed for my Halo?
No, I heard it got dismissed.
Told you that.
Make sure when the trash is all
got dismissed. I didn't see the documents. So.
Yeah.
That's a.
It got closed. It didn't get dismissed. It got closed.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
So when you're out, they don't steal your bandwidth because you have that joined to that.
I can. I don't, but I can.
But they don't actually just steal the bandwidth from this. Like, you know, like when you get next to a cruiser or something, they steal your bandwidth.
This makes it stronger.
Gotcha.
Because I'm combining 2 5G networks.
Gotcha.
So it makes it more powerful.
Yes, sir.
So it does make it a little bit harder for them to interrupt.
Your bandwidth.
Yeah.
When they come up with all that going on.
Fire trucks still got some mega Wi-Fi systems, and it'll act as a what do you call it? Yeah, but it's called something. It'll act as a, like, cops will use them illegally.
Stingray.
Kind of. Stingray more grabs your data. This is just a... I've always thought it is. It's a signal blocker. It's a signal jammer.
Signal jammer. I know what those are. Yeah. That might be what's fucking me up, and I'm trying to be.
How you jam signals is by producing a bigger signal.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Those titties are jamming.
A stronger signal.
That's a strong signal.
Will reduce other signals.
We're waiting on Island today.
He said 2 minutes, he said.
Yeah.
Or did he say 2 hours?
He probably ended up getting an interview with old girl.
Yeah, they dipped out in the back.
They went to go get the pamphlet.
They're getting
That
that
was
for him.
their
There's a
goal.
new girl. She's going to have to find it.
There they come.
My car, bitch. My car. No. I'm gonna lose a case and just walk to your car, bitch.
He just left?
No, somebody you want this car. Fuck you mean you want to your car, nigga? Fuck you mean?
Please.
Let's go.
No, I just want to run to the
Shoot.
grab my.
No, I'm finna drive, bitch. I'm hot.
Where we
Yeah,
going?
let's go.
No, let's go.
Thanks, Trump. Appreciate it.
Hey, we're waiting on White right
Wright's Christie's right here.
There he was.
Disappeared.
Around the back. Just text me where you guys are headed.
I got you.
All right, come on, brother.
I got to go get my phone back
coming
that
to you
they
with
stole. I think. Well, I'll come. We're with Warren, so as long as Warren's coming.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Here he comes. I need to go get my phone before it closes. When I was arrested, they stole my phone, so we didn't know to go get my phone.
Oh, he's gonna try and beat him back out of his phone.
Can't remember if I was in that one or the Oriental Road one.
People, stay tuned. I'll be back. I'm gonna go charge up.
Falkenberg, wasn't it? No, you were in
Orient Road?
Orient's where they take you.
Was it Falkenberg? No, you never made it that far.
Oh,
We've been into Falkenberg.